Start putting your orders into the universe right now, and it will deliver it to you by itself. It's not about you having to go above and beyond all the time. And that's this point right down here. Feeling is the instruction. It's how you give orders to the universe. When I orders, I don't mean you telling it what to do, but you telling it what you need as a reflection in this world. So I'm going to take you through this whole little drawing and the story I've got over here to help you manifest with the things you already have. Because the things you already have are what is going to manifest what you have. Now, what I mean by that is not, oh, well, if you have a toy car, you're going to manifest a real car. That's not how it works. It's got to do with this feeling, got to do with the energy. So I know that this can all sound a bit whack, but let me take you through it to help make sense of it. What's up, you guys? My name is Mitch, and I help break down these spiritual concepts into digestible, applicable pieces that you can start applying to manifest your abundance and your dreams. So the whole concept of manifesting with the things you already have, with small little things, is you are trying to expand and attract. And the way that that works is things vibrate at a certain frequency. The way that you feel is going to be reflected to you in the things around you, because feeling is the instruction. So if you're sitting and feeling negative emotions, if that's what you choose to feel, so someone's upset you and you're really irritated, that's the day that the small things are going to be knocked off the counter and break and shatter. That's the day that your favorite tie gets stained. These things are being attracted. It's the energy that's expanded and then pulled in. And we don't necessarily know how we are doing this, how we are actually attracting and expanding our energy. And that's what I'm going to take you through in this video. How you are actually sending your instructions for the universe to deliver things to you. The universe has one goal with you, and that is to make you feel abundance. It wants you to have everything. It wants you to be fulfilled and complete and whole. And to do that, it wants to give you the reflections in this world. By that I mean abundance, I mean wealth, I mean great relationships. Everything you want, it wants to give them to you. And it has access to all of them, but it can only give you what you choose to be. And when we start to change what we are and how we operate on a day-to-day basis, then the reflection starts to change. So we have to become that abundance. We have to become that good vibrating energy and frequency to get that reflection. So what this whole little drawing is over here is there's a little flower. That little flower is representative of whatever little thing you have that you can appreciate. If that's a good relationship, maybe you still have your grandparents or you still have your parents if it comes to people. So let's say you want to manifest a healthy, good relationship. Take a look at the little relationships you do have that mean so much to you. That's going to be the flower in your example. If you want to manifest wealth, take a look at the abundance you get to experience. So let's say that abundance for you is food or cooking. And that little thing that you have of your little task that you love that makes you feel abundant, that is the thing we're talking about with that flower. So that's what that represents. This is you becoming aware of it. So it's to become aware of these things that we appreciate in our lives. And when you become aware of these little things that are already there and you appreciate the small things, that's when energy starts to get expanded. So you want to start expanding this energy to make it bigger. And what that means is more of. So if you're appreciating R1 or $1 or £1, you're appreciating it for what it is, and that expands its energy. So now you're amplifying the frequency. So when we start to take note of things, that's point number one. Recognize the things in your space. Become aware of them and recognize them. If you are aware, then you'll recognize things around you. And when you do that, you start to amplify its energy. And a nice way to look at it is like a speaker. If you enjoy listening to music with your friends at your home, whatever, or if you're at a festival, if you're sitting close to a speaker and the bass and the music on as a whole is turned all the way down, you don't feel that boom the same way. If you turn that up, you can actually feel that bass kicking in your chest. That's because it's amplified. When you turn up the volume, the experience is much more intense. So we want to amplify the frequency of things using recognition, using awareness. So what we're telling the universe by getting into an aware, recognizing state is, I want to notice what you're doing. That's what we're telling the universe. I want to be aware of what you're doing. I want to be aware of what I have. And if you turn your awareness to what you already have, and you're looking at it, you're expanding in the energy of what you already have, not what you want. If you're focusing on what you want, that's where the energy is going, into desire. So you will get an amplified version of the things you are wanting not the things that you already have. If that's resonating with you, leave me a thumbs up. I'm really curious to see how many of you think that that's like a good way to see it. And if you're enjoying this video and don't want to miss another upload where I take these spiritual concepts and make them practical, make sure to subscribe, turn your notification bell on. And for those of you who are interested, I chat in the comments. Like, you can go and take a look at all my previous videos. I respond to every single comment. So I'd love to have a conversation with you about these topics. So we want to get into recognizing the things that we already have. We want to be in that space. If we're telling the universe, I'm only going to put my awareness in the space that I have, meaning the things that I already exist with, then it knows where to put the next things it wants to bring to you. So what's happening if you're looking at that £1 or that $1 or that £1 and you're recognizing it? You're putting the awareness in what you have in your space, and as you amplify that, where is the universe going to bring the new £1 to amplify that energy? Into the space that you occupy, not into desire. So I have a friend who's recently lost his gran, and we went to her funeral the other day, and he did his eulogy, and he said that we should appreciate the small things. And he spoke about the little things that she did, how she made tea for everyone, and she offered biscuits. She was always happy. And those are the things that are sticking with him now that she's gone and lived a great life and only spread happiness, shared a cup of tea and a biscuit. That means so much moving forward. That cup of tea, the resemblance of a cup of tea to him in his life has completely changed. So now that a cup of tea and biscuit have turned into something so intensely valuable that you in your own space are going, I'm so aware of this little biscuit and this cup of tea. You can extract joy from something so simple. Then the universe makes it simple for you to get the things that would make you truly happy. Get into the awareness of the small things and then move on to step 2, which is to appreciate it. Gratitude, and that's him over here, he's feeling grateful for the little flower. So if you're thinking of that person and you feel a deep sense of gratitude for the relationships you do have, and you see the simplicity of them, you're telling the universe that you are happy for and appreciate that. So it will bring that to you because you've amplified it through recognition. But gratitude makes it magnetic. So you create it by recognizing it. You amplify that energy and then you direct it to yourself with gratitude. So we're in this energy of I have and I'm grateful for, and everything is simple to obtain. So these little things start to send off the right energy and right feelings within you to the universe to manifest for you. And I'm about to hop into that point number 3. But before I do, when it comes to gratitude and gratefulness and appreciation, when you feel a deep sense of gratitude, it's not about having. It's not the having that makes you grateful. It's the opportunity to experience regardless of the outcome. It's a deep sense of thanks for having something no matter how long it lasts. If we try and hold on and we want something to be permanent and that outcome is important to us, what we start to tell the universe is that things are only valuable if they serve me forever. Now, if you think about a relationship, if you're someone who wants to manifest a relationship and you go, okay, but I want it to last forever, you're setting rules up for the universe to give you things. Now, let's say your ideal partner is not meant to be there forever. Let's say it's 35 years and then you live a decade without them because maybe they leave this world. If you're setting conditions, then those things can't come. That experience can't come. So I want to help you with this idea of things being permanent and things being temporary. Everything is actually temporary. It's an illusion that anything is permanent because we all leave this earth. We all exit life, so no one gets out alive. So to try and hold on to things is reducing its meaning to something that can't be important without it being permanent. And to do that, we start pushing away the things that are meant for us energetically. So don't worry about timing. Tomorrow's not promised. So for us to start worrying about it or preparing for this unfair ending, and we want everything to be permanent, we actually lessen our experience. Enjoy the temporariness. And one way that I looked at this that really helped was going on vacation. You know, if you're at your home, you start worrying about all little damp spots that might come up on the walls, or you need to make sure that the lawn is taken care of all the time. These things that you worry about, these little things like the glass panel that's cracked somewhere on one of the windows and you have to get it fixed, and it's all these worries. When you go down to vacation, you don't even look at these things. It's not important. It's the experience that matters. And a holiday is arguably more fun than living at home. Your vacation is always more enjoyable. Why? And that's because you know it's going to come to an end, so you make the most of it. And that's the best thing we can do with the things we want to experience from the universe, is make the most of it. We don't have tomorrow as a promise. So we might as well live today as if it is the last. I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying you're going to be calling upon that, but you're calling upon the highest form of experience in the moment. And that's a big thing when it comes to gratitude. Don't focus on the outcome. Don't focus on how long it lives in your experience. Just the experience that you get to have it, regardless of what it ends up as, and not worrying about its potential end will allow you to make the most of it. And the universe doesn't want to give you things if it's not going to be made the most of. Why would it give you things that aren't going to be used? Because then it's not going to be enjoyed and experienced. And imagine you giving a gift to someone and they go, "Thanks so much, I really like it." And they use it once. That effort, that energy, the thought and care that you put into giving that gift isn't going to be appreciated. So what's going to happen at their next birthday or the next Christmas? You're not going to want to go and splurge because the things you get them aren't appreciated. They're used once. That's how the universe would be feeling to you. Why must it give you the best if you aren't going to make the most of it? So making the most of things is the highest form of gratitude that we can have. Make the most of everything, and to do that is to appreciate it without condition. This will help you let go of the outcome, which is also a blocking energy that stops manifestations. So we have the two stabilizing concepts that we need to use the small things we have to start manifesting the abundance we truly want to experience. So we want to expand the energy, and to do that we have to recognize it, then we amplify it, and then we want the appreciation for it, which is to recognize it and make the most of it for however long it lasts. Those two energies start to create a feeling. If you have to think about it for a second, to be aware of everything you have, to count your many blessings, and then be eternally thankful to the powers of the universe that have allowed that to be a part of your experience. That feeling that comes into your space, that feeling that you become, starts to become the instruction to the universe. That's filling in your orders for what must come. I want things that can amplify, that can grow. So I want this opportunity for expansion, and I want to be grateful for what I receive. So it will give you things you want and make the most of, and that you actually enjoy. That's how we use the small things to manifest the big things, by making the most of them and extracting the feeling that goes along with it. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video and you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments. I would love to have a full-on conversation with you guys and have like a chat. I do this quite often. And for those of you who don't want to miss another upload like this, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and you won't miss another upload. Thanks to all of you who are still watching at this point. I really appreciate you, legends. I hope to see your names on my subscribers list, have a chat with you in the comments, and catch you in the next video. Mad love and light.